Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come and run my mouth just for a little bit. All right, before we get into this, I plan on having the Real Housewives of New Jersey review up tonight. I am watching last week's episode. Listen, I have been stuck on that story between Teresa and Louis and Joe for the last 25 minutes. Literally, I have been rewinding, girl, trying to, because I don't understand what. Because it's two different stories. We'll talk about it in the Real Housewives of New Jersey review. But yeah, that'll hopefully be up later tonight. After I get done with this Hot Topics video, I'm going to give me something to eat. I need to be going in that kitchen and fix me something to eat. But girl, I want to go out and get me something to eat, so I am. Okay? All right, so let's get into this mess. Adele's inner circle convinced she will make fiance Rich Paul sign ironclad $340 million prenup. It looks like Adele isn't taking any chances when it comes to her prenuptial agreement with fiance Rich Paul. According to Radar Online, the prenuptial agreement has become a touchy subject and has caused some tension between the pair. I do hear that a lot of times when people bring up prenups, it is a very, very touchy, sensitive topic because it feels as though you're saying that this marriage is not going to last. But if you are living in reality, we know that all marriages don't last. Okay, and we also know that on Mad Day, girl, people bring out the book and everybody trying to get what they can get. All right, so the source revealed Adele has a few trust issues, which is normal for her, but bringing up a marital contract has caused some friction between them. She believes in love, and she says talking about anything to do with money is a surefire romance killer. She was right. One thing is for certain, Adele is doing pretty well for herself. In addition to the money from her Las Vegas residency, her 4 albums have raked in $31 million in sales, plus an extra $34 million in digital singles. She also ranked in hundreds of millions of dollars from ticket sales from her tours. That doesn't include her impressive real estate portfolio, which consists of 2 townhouses in London valued at around $14 million and 3 Beverly Hills homes totaling upwards of $30 million. Altogether, Adele's net worth is believed to be $220 million. Her beau, Rich Paul, is far from struggling. He's a top sports agent with clients like LeBron James and has an estimated worth of $120 million. However, getting with Adele has increased his popularity. An insider says, but he's far more famous now because of Adele. Her pals convinced her that the smart thing to do is to get an ironclad prenup. That's great advice considering she seemingly didn't have a prenup with her ex-husband, Simon Kanoki, girl, I don't know. Girl, his first name is Simon. When the pair finalized their divorce in 2021, he felt he was entitled. I'm sorry, they didn't say he felt. He was entitled to half of everything Adele made during their marriage. Some of the comments are Adele leveled all the way up with Rich. This is a narrative coded with racial undertones. I don't think it is. Sorry, y'all. She did not, repeat, did not make him famous. Rich Paul isn't broke. The insider friends are something else. Nobody ever said he was broke. Increased his popularity. Y'all got to stop making it seem like we rely on them for relevancy. This man was well known before Adele. I don't think he was. He was probably well known within the industry. Girl, can we just call a thing, y'all? Adele is a mega superstar. Okay? Mega superstar. Mega superstar. Her fiance, again, is probably very well known within the sports world. But the truth of the matter is, no one outside of sports had probably heard of Rich Paul. I don't ever remember seeing his name in the headlines on ET, Access Hollywood, TMZ, The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, the Jasmine brand, before he got with Adele, and that's okay. That does not take away from what that man has accomplished. That does not take away from his net worth. But girl, we're gonna have to call a thing, girl. Everything ain't always about race. Girl, the woman is clearly more wealthier than him. And with her already going down this road before, with the last man taking some of her coin, girl, you would think that she would want to protect herself this go around. and quiet as it's kept, he should want to protect himself also. But a prenup just doesn't have to work in her favor. It can work in his also. So I would think that Adele will want to protect whatever she has built, and he would also want to protect whatever he has built. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. I had never heard of no Rich Paul before he got with Adele. When he got with Adele, girl, I started seeing his name plastered all over the headlines. Again, it doesn't take away from what probably is a fact of him being well known in the industry. I'm sure with him, girl, working with LeBron James, girl, the people know who he is, but girl, we didn't. Oh, girl, listen to this. Y'all know who I've been trying to tell y'all about? Van Jones. Just a quick 1-2 on Van Jones. Okay, you know, the political world is not my ministry, right? You know, I'll just be honest with y'all. I really didn't get into politics like that until Trump ran, until it was announced that Trump was running for president. And before that, I just voted for whomever I voted for because, girl, that's what I was taught, right? And then I realized that, girl, that's not the way that you should go through life, girl. You should know, like, who you're voting for. You should know what you stand for, you know, what you stand against. For the most part, most of the things that I believe in, they usually align with, girl, a certain party over the other. That's not to say that the other party, there are not times where I understand or agree with what they may be saying. But for the most part, again, most of my thoughts, my beliefs align with a certain party over another. So that's when I started to kind of get into politics. And then I remember the first person who really, I was just flipping through my TV one day and Angela Rye. Angela Rye was the person that really just like pulled me in. I used to stay glued to CNN like every day, all day. Angela Rye was the one who pulled me in. I remember coming across her for the first time and I was like, who is this black lady? Girl, talking to these white people crazy. Girl, I used to catch my life watching Angela Rye, and then I fell in love with her, and then I fell in love with Simone Sanders and Bakari Sellers, and I fell in love with Van Jones. I just love the fact that I saw these black people on TV, girl, smart, you know what I'm saying? Sound like they know what they're talking about. They don't look dumb, you know what I'm saying? So I used to go up for them. And then one day I was looking at Van Jones like sideways, like, girl, I don't know about you, Van. This is some years later. I was like, I don't know about you, Van, because you, long story short, y'all know that Trump was arrested. Girl, he had to go to court. Van Jones gets on TV and says basically this is a granddad having a bad day. Long story short. One of the reasons why I don't like Van Jones is because I feel like he tries to play both sides. I'm not saying that in some instances, girl, you can't see where the other person is coming from, or the other person may be right. You know what I'm saying? There are some people on the other side who I can't stand. But I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that sometimes they may say one or two, maybe even three things that I actually agree with. Now, I'm not going to get on here and say it. But secretly, I'll be like, girl, they low-key telling the truth. So I just felt like, well, Van Jones, he tries to play both sides. And I don't like the fact that he got his black ass on TV today trying to make Trump come across as a victim. This man has been hell on wheels. Now all of a sudden, girl, he's just a grandpa. He's just a grandpa having a very bad day. Girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. That man is not no grandpa having a very bad day. That man is ignorant. And he's been hell on wheels. And he's probably getting what he deserves. And it is what it is. He's always a person, like Van is a person who like wants to extend an arm to the other side because, you know, everybody's not bad people and we should want to sit down and we should want to, girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. I get that. I get that that's not bad in some situations, in some cases, girl. Just because someone has different thoughts of how they feel as though the world should operate does not make them a horrible person. Okay? Let me just make that very clear. Everybody does not think the same, and just because I think this way and just because you think this way does not mean that you're a horrible person or I'm a horrible person. But in some cases, girl, some people are just horrible people. And he get on my nerves always trying to, girl, white-splain the other side. Or where someone else may be coming from. Girl, we ain't stupid. So yeah, that's that on Van Jones. Y'all can have Van Jones. I ain't seen him for Van Jones in a few, girl, more than a few years. I haven't seen him for Van Jones in years. Started out as one of my favorite, but girl, I started signing. I guess. There's something about him. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. It's something about him. No. No. That's y'all homeboy. That ain't mine. All right. LSU won the game the other day, girl. Y'all know I don't keep up with sports unless it's a mess involved. If some mess ain't involved, then I don't keep up with it. LSU won the NCAA championship. They played against Iowa. Jill Biden, which is the first lady, she usually when a sports team wins, they are the ones who are invited to the White House. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right? The person who loses doesn't get to go. Jill, being the white woman that she is, felt bad for the white girl. We're going to have to call a thing, y'all. We're not going to play these games today because I got to go get something to eat. Girl, Jill Biden, y'all keep forgetting that Jill is white. Girl, Jill Biden, being the white woman that she is, felt bad for the white women. I mean, for the white women on the basketball team. So she invited both teams to the White House. One thing about white girl, let me shut up. Let me shut up. I ain't trying to upset nobody. I don't want to upset nobody, girl. Girl, the white people gonna stick together sometimes. I'm just saying. They gonna stick together. One thing about it, two things for sure, they gonna stick together, baby. So Jill basically invited both teams to the White House. One of the girls one of the women that plays for LSU, Angela Reese, she didn't like it. A lot of people didn't like it. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. If the white girls had won, if Iowa had won, Jill wouldn't have extended an invitation for LSU. And I'm gonna stand on it. She wouldn't have. You know, quiet as it's kept. Some of y'all already know. I ain't never really seen. I don't know that much about Jill, but I ain't never really seen it for Joe Biden. A lot of people think. I don't know if Joe. I ain't gonna say a lot of people think. Joe probably think that because I'm gonna go ahead, girl. Joe probably think that the people who voted for him because, girl, they like him. No, the people that voted for you because they wanted to get that other nigga out the White House. Girl, really they had nothing to do with liking you or even believing in what the hell you were saying. We wanted to get her ignorant ass out. Okay? But I ain't never seen it for Joe Biden like that. I think that him and Trump are the definition of white mediocrity. I just do. I just do. But let's keep on going. So a lot of people have come out. Someone wrote, Lex Luthor wrote, Michelle Obama, can we LSU national champs come celebrate our win at your house? Girl, I know that's right. Girl, who want to go see Jill anyways? Nobody. Stephen A. Smith came out and said, hey, Reese, he tagged Angel. Is that Angel or Angela? Angela Reese, I believe. I mean, absolutely zero disrespect to the First Lady, but you are 1,000% correct. That was a bad suggestion. Runner-ups don't get invited to the White House. Why are we trying to change it now? Her name is Angel. I completely agree with you, Angel. Angel is such a cute name. First Lady Jill Biden's press secretary speaks out about LSU and Iowa State White House comments. This is what she had to say. The First Lady loved watching the NAAC Women's Basketball Championship game alongside young student athletes and admires how far women have advanced in sports. Her comments in Colorado were intended to applaud the historic game on all women athletes. She looks forward to celebrating the LSU Tigers on their championship win at the White House. I'm going to read a comment that I absolutely 1,000% agree with. Where's she at? Here she go. Shout out to Cassandra Hanna. She said, and this is why I was like, girl, just don't go. But let me shut up. Jill Biden can decide that Iowa deserves a White House visit. LSU can decide that the White House does not deserve a visit from the national championship winning team. These things only have the power that we give them. Girl, I said, girl, I just wouldn't go. I think that girl, sometimes you have to show them better than you can tell them. It's like people getting upset about not being nominated for awards during award season. They nominate you and then they don't give none of the awards to none of the niggas. But they just want you to watch, they just want you to watch it on TV or show up. I think that it would send a clear message if they don't go about the disrespect that no longer will be tolerated. Girl, let them girls go. Go. We trying to go over to Auntie Michelle's house anyways. Girl, quiet as it's kept. Me personally, I don't think they should go. I think they should let it be known that we're not going to go and that you should go ahead and invite Iowa, since that's what you wanted to do in the first place. Good luck. My life not going to change coming to visit the White House anyways. Nothing. I need more and ecstasy. Oh. All right, y'all. Instagram. This is what's been floating around about this whole Instagram. So Instagram sold 44 million blue checks in one day at $15 a check. That's $660 million it made just because y'all want to be somebody y'all not. That I've been seeing that float around. I don't know if that's actual. I don't know if that's actual factual. Okay, or if it's just something that people are that's just been floating around. Let me just say this about the whole blue check stuff. So I was out the other day with my sister and my brother-in-law, and girl, one of my friends texted me. It was like this guy we used to work with. She was like, how did he get a blue check? And I was like, oh, girl, you could just buy them blue checks now. So this is what, like, for example, like I explained to her for me. And just listen to me before y'all say anything. I'm on Twitter. My account has a blue check. Before Elon Musk bought Twitter, I already had Twitter Blue. I think that's what it's called, Twitter Blue. Basically, I was paying $4.99 a month, and you basically can like edit your tweets. You have 30 minutes to edit your tweets. Usually on Twitter, once you send out a tweet, unless you just delete it, you can't go back and revise anything. So I was paying $4.99 because I don't like it. Really low key to drive me insane whenever I send out a tweet and I misspelled the word. you know, didn't put a period, something like that, right? So I already had Twitter Blue. Then they basically took away our subscription. I'm thinking this is for everybody because when the whole merge happened with Elon Musk, they stopped taking the $4.99 out of my account, and I no longer had Twitter Blue. Then when it came, when they made it an option to purchase, I just went back and purchased because I like being able to, you know, do whatever I need to do if I make a mistake on my tweets. And so with that came the blue check. That's what I was explaining to my friend. I never gave a damn about no blue check. I just like the fact that I can go back and do whatever I need to do on my tweets if I make a mistake. And quite as it's kept, I thought it was an option to take the blue check away, but it's not. I thought I could have swore I read somewhere to take the blue check because I don't really need the blue checks never was my thing anyways. Well, on Instagram. I mean, on Twitter. Then on Instagram, I think now you can, of course, purchase like a subscription, a monthly subscription, and with that comes the blue check. And I think that's what it was on Twitter too. So like on Twitter, they upped the fee to I think $8 or $11. And so with them upping the fee, they felt as though, now if I'm explaining this wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I feel like that's what happened. So with them upping the fee from the $4 that was it $4.99, $5 that we were paying a month, they upped the fee, but they were all basically saying as kind of like as a incentive, you also get a blue check now. So the people who really care about those blue checks, you're going to sign up for the blue check. But those of us who had already had Twitter Blue prior, it was never about the blue check for me because I just like to revise my shit when I make a mistake. On IG, now, you know, whatever, it's basically the same thing, you get a blue check. And I think a lot of people are wanting the blue checks. You know, I will say that, girl, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I don't want to, poop on anybody's, thing they got going on. If you want to be verified, you want to be verified. Now, for me, I don't want the verification on IG anymore. Like I used to want to be verified on IG, but I wanted to be verified because I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Girl, I thought it would be cute to have a blue check by your name. Like, oh, that'd be cute whenever my YouTube really pop out. I can be verified like the other girls, But outside of that, it was because I don't make money off of Instagram. So past that, it's kind of like, girl, I really didn't care. I just thought it would be a cute thing. This is the only thing I have to say about the people who have something to say about the people who are buying their blue checks. The truth of the matter is everybody wants to feel special. Everybody wants to feel cute. Everybody wants to feel like they got it because a lot of people, before they started charging for the blue checks, you submitted your information so you could be verified and have a blue check too. Now, it may be a few people out there who probably created an account and didn't have to be verified. Because I think that whenever you get on before they started this whole monthly subscription stuff, I think you had to apply and submit your information like your ID. They had to verify that this was, a legitimate account. So all I'm saying is, girl, at the end of the day, the people want their blue checks, they want their blue checks. But don't act like Michelle Obama probably didn't have to I don't know. But all I'm saying is stop acting like, girl, you didn't want to be a part of the in crowd at one point too. So the girls who have the blue checks, from whomever to whomever, girl, you wanted to feel special too. You wanted to feel like you had a seat at the table too. You wanted to feel like you were a part of the in crowd too, which is why you applied and submitted your information so you could get your little blue check. Now, yes, yours was free, and these other people are paying a monthly subscription, but at the end of the day, girl, y'all all want to feel the same. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now, am I paying for that over on IG? No. Again, I'm only paying for it on Twitter because I like to revise my tweets. But shout out to the people. If you're paying that $15, girl, I guess shout out to you. If it's going to make you feel a certain way, make your confidence go up and make you feel, Sunshine and butterflies. And girl, I guess go for what you know. Somebody did say this though, girl. How many people out there paying for that $15 but ain't got no life insurance? I said, ooh, girl. I said, well, girl, shots fired, honey. I need money that he had ecstasy on this magic ride. Yeah. Girl, listen to this. Hold up. Flo'Rida accused of not paying his son's medical bills after sustaining a devastating fall from a fifth floor window allegedly caused son devil child. I think we talked about this before. Neighbors, we previously reported on the unfortunate incident that left rapper Flo'Rida's son critically injured. According to Hip Hop DX, now the rapper has been accused of not assisting in paying his son's medical bills. Alexis Adams, the child's mother, claims that the rapper is not making mandated payments to help their child. Despite Flo'Rida being under child support from a 2008 court order, this is not the first accusation of Flo'Rida's negligence either. As his child support issue occurred back in 2018, resulting in him paying $8,000 a month for their son. Adams alleged that the rapper even referred to their son as a devil child. I'm telling you, we talked about this I think like a year or two ago. The rapper took to social media to thank fans and friends for their thoughts and prayers, but noted that he would appreciate that this remains a private matter. When Zohar, I think that's the son's name, well, I think that's how you pronounce the son's name. When Zohar Dillard hit the pavement from the fifth floor, he suffered a shattered pelvis. Oh, girl. A grade 3 liver laceration, internal bleeding, and collapsed lungs. His mother, Alexis Adams, has placed the building at fault for being negligent and not installing size guards on their windows, leading to the unfortunate incident. Adams is now seeking compensation to cover the treatment of her son's injuries. As a single mom to a special needs child, this feels like a nightmare, Adams stated. My heart is broken into a million pieces. It is devastating to see my child go through such pain and trauma, knowing that this could have been avoided. Dillard was diagnosed with autism and a brain condition. Well, I really hope this is a lie. Neighbors, do you think Flo'Rida really isn't paying his son? I hope that this is a lie. Let me say something. Everything that's being reported on the blogs, everything that we read on the internet, girl, is not true. Hey, Miss Wanda. Girl, y'all know Miss Wanda. Shout out to Miss Wanda. I just realized that Miss Wanda, they didn't show Miss Wanda on the upcoming. Oh, girl, Miss Wanda, they had to sit Miss Wanda out for a season. They said she was doing too much. I just realized that we didn't talk. They didn't show Miss Wanda in the season 5 trailer. Miss Wanda think that everything you read on the internet is the truth. We know that that's not the truth. The people who got some sense know. Shout out to Miss Wanda, but the people who got some sense know that, girl, everything that you read on the internet is not the truth, okay? Everything you read on the blogs, social media, is not the truth, okay? Sometimes it may be some smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So I hope this is not the truth. And for those who say why should he be responsible for paying the medical bills? Because he was just awarded $82 million the other day. That's why. I really do believe, I said this the other day, I really do believe that, especially with him having as much money as he does have, and I'm sure, I don't know how much he walked away with, because I'm sure he had to pay his lawyer's fee. The lawyers took whatever portion they were going to take. But I'm sure he still walked away with probably at least 50, 60. He walked away with a lot. Okay? I'm sure he still walked away with a lot. Enough to the point where you should be paying your son's medical bills because you don't take care of your son any other way. And quiet as it's kept, your son shouldn't even been living in an apartment. Oh, hello? Yes, I said it, and yes, I'm standing by it. All I'm saying is this. If you are not an active father and you have the money to, at least you can make sure, because you know you sorry, that the woman who is raising your child is living in a place that's decent, on the decent side of town, and also because your child has special needs, it accommodates your child in his needs. Your child didn't have no business being in no apartment in the first goddamn place. And he didn't have no business being in no apartment where, girl, she was already complaining about the situation being iffy from the get-go. You see what I'm saying? And she's probably in that, I know somebody's probably going to ask, well, why she was in the apartment? Because that's probably what she could afford. Like, that's the thing. Like, sometimes people can only do what their money can do. Hello? I know some of y'all don't forget about that. Everybody ain't rich. Sometimes your money only can do what it can do. And that probably was the only space that she could afford. I just think that Flo'Rida is trifling. If this is true, you could at least be paying. You ain't paying for your son to stay nowhere. You could at least make sure that his medical bills are paid. I hope this is not the truth. But every time I try to, girl, let me shut up, child. It is what it is. All right, y'all. I'm about to go get me something to eat. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.